I guess we in here.
Y'all ready?
Love it, Tatum, love it.
Don't encourage him.
Please.
The extra already. All right.
Oh, you just mad.
What up? This is Nerdz Rambling Podcast. We are your Nerdz Swag crew. We got Shogun Lou here, Lita Poet, and Mr. Kobe, and Stretch Armstrong. And I'm Griffin Nerd.
Yo.
I don't know if y'all heard, but it was announced that Ryan Coogler got a deal with his producing company, and they're going to have a Wakanda show.
I saw that.
Disney Plus.
I saw that, yeah.
They said with the success, apparently got good reviews with the WandaVision thing, and since they're still in this weird limbo with, Black Panther and everything, he said they definitely want to make sure to give that universe a good look, so they want to have a show just in Wakanda.
That might be fun. Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
It depends on who all they get on there, too, and how they do it, but I think that's going to be fun.
Question. Do y'all think this is just their way of trying to compete with DC, or is it just their way of trying to fill in the gaps in between movies and signing contracts?
No one needs to compete with DC anymore. There's no DC.
Marvel's winning. Marvel's right. Alabama. Marvel's winning. They're Alabama. They're winning.
Some people will say that DC's TV shows are killing Marvel. That's your own personal opinion. But
I don't know about trash. That might have been a.
Have you not seen the Flash? Have you not seen the Flash?
I have seen the Flash, and that's what I think is the downhill of the DC shows, really, to see them, because I feel like Green Arrow was dope, and then they started doing that crossover and brought in the Flash, and then stuff just got too CW for me. They just got like teen drama, grown-up stuff, and I was just like, But granted, I did watch that new Batwoman, and it's not bad.
She's pretty good. Yeah,
she's better than the Ruby Rose chicks. I think the way they're doing it now is pretty good.
Ruby Rose was never a good actress to begin with. She just had like a unique look. I watched the movie. She's not that good.
Agreed again. Her best movie role is her playing a mute.
She was a mute.
That's messed up.
Over 9,000.
Hey,
like she did it. Yeah, just move, kick something, shoot something.
Matter of fact, just get beat up.
Hold on. Speaking of beat up, do y'all remember, I forgot which one it is, it was 19 of the movies, the Fast and Furious where Michelle Rodriguez beat up Ronda Rousey, and it was kind of like, I don't believe you. Mind you, this is before she got knocked out. This is before Ronda got knocked out.
Hey, man. Fast and Furious, man. I don't know why we gotta keep doing this.
Like a fight. I don't know though. That Latina may come out. She may stab her.
Look, she pretty and she's tough on TV. She's tough on TV. Ronda fought it for real. Ronda fought for real.
Real quick. It got
Ronda fought for real.
It did, didn't it?
I'm just saying. Yeah, Ronda Rousey for real.
He didn't say hot-blooded or feisty.
He said that basically come out like
in a competitive manner that had rules and regulations. You talking about straight up on the street?
Ronda Rousey would be any normal chick up, even Michelle Rodriguez, bro. Come on.
I do feel like she'd beat up anyone.
Yeah.
What's your definition of normal, Lewis? Because she beat Serena and Venus Williams?
Yeah.
She's trained.
No, she's a trained fighter.
Just because you athletic don't mean
Don't you got like a black belt in judo?
Hey, man, if anything taught us athletics, Nate Robinson, man. That man is a real athlete. He can dunk at like athlete. 5-something. He can play football. In that ring...
He started D1 football and basketball.
But I will say that I was listening to somebody talk about it. They said in a street fight they feel like Nate would have won though.
I don't think so. No. Like if he could kick himself,
the rules don't.
Like if you could just pick him up, slam him, whatever, they feel like Nate would have won. I don't agree.
The way he charged him head first.
The way he fought like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That part was like, ugh.
This is what
based on that logic, anybody can win any fight on any given day.
It's true. Somebody
that's very true.
Anybody can slip up, but
so Ronda Rousey would lose.
I feel like she
could, but I put my money on Ronda.
she choked Rodriguez out.
She stretched that out, bro.
Just because she played an Asian chick in like 3 movies, always fighting, I don't think she can really fight.
Ronda fought in real life and has like a black belt in judo.
Although there are some, you never know though. There are some actors and actresses that can really throw hands, like Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White can throw hands.
He's actually he's a trained fighter. That's what I'm saying. He actually trained. He just
trained fighters.
He works with a bunch of them.
He's been trained in like those secret karates and all. He got like a few black belts. He's dangerous for real.
He was in the new Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, white dude, bald head.
Jason Statham.
Oh, he can fight. Yeah, he's trained too.
They said he can throw hand, like he could get in the ring right now and fight. That's how cold he is.
I believe it. He be doing too many jump around his like split kicks like John Van Damme and stuff too much.
But it'd be him. But it'd be him.
That's what I'm saying. He be
him. No stuff.
Don't be stay. He be doing. I'm like, man, where your wires at?
There's a few other ones I can't think of, but I'm not saying that Michelle, you might be right, P.
Now, if Michelle's trained, if I can see her in the ring, be like, dang, she can box, and she could. Then I might. Hey, that's different. I don't know if she's trained or not. I know Ronda's trained.
I'll put more respect on Ronda's name. I'm not even really a fan of hers, but I'll give her that.
I was kind of. Then she got knocked out. And it wasn't that.
That's because strikers. Yeah, she's not good with strikers. As you see, all her stuff is submission. So I think she'll choke Rodriguez out real quick. Like,
well, Joe Rogan was talking about it. Apparently, one of the issues Ronda had, and it really wasn't her fault. Her boxing coach was a subpar boxing coach. Mm-hmm. So what happened is when she was submitting chicks and knocking out chicks, those chicks weren't, like you said, they weren't as good of strikers. Mm-hmm. So, but the problem is her coach, I'd say, wasn't a good striking coach. So by the time she got to chicks because
the girl that beat her the first time came from a boxing background.
Yeah, but see, Holmes they actually both trained with men. Mm-hmm. So Ronda's hits were nothing to them because they trained with dudes. One of them trained with Rashad Evans. So it's kind of like when Ronda hit her, she was like, "Ha, nothing." Because she asked it, it wasn't like they, mean. They asked it, "I want to train with y'all," and they was like, "You sure?" Mm-hmm. They said they held their own. So they said, "Yeah, they got this." Nunez,
I don't know if Ronda had that chin for real. Because she's like really been in that situation. Like I said, she's been submissive and wrestling.
She was her thing was grappling. She won the bronze in judo in the Olympics, something like that. Like she was a grappler first and a striker second.
Well, the question is, what right before the Holmes fight, didn't she talk about retiring before that fight?
Yeah, she was talking about she been like for like that last couple of years. She was talking about like that's why she's talking about getting into acting. She was talking about the money. She's like, we don't get paid. Like that.
Well,
like,
that's why she lost that last fight.
Yeah,
that's why I think like once you get that, like I forget who that was talking.
Plus,
about
she saw what was coming.
Yeah, not just that. I think once you say you're retiring in anything, you're no longer. You ain't got the mentality to be a dog anymore. And that, it's changed.
Like, she saw Cyborg coming in and all the money. She went,
hey, bro.
Hey, those Cyborg done got rocks and she came to the UFC and then got out.
No,
I don't belong here. I don't belong.
No, didn't Cyborg lose that last fight? I think it was like, but what about like decision though?
Nah, she got knocked out in one of the fights.
Oh,
I know that.
Oh,
sure.
Okay. I remember this. The rumor I heard was that they felt like because she couldn't juice no more, that's why. That's the rumor I heard.
Of course.
Because she was beating chicks up badly, like just like she used to beat chicks to death.
Some grown men that play fucking D1 sports and shit. No, hell.
No, they showed her fight. I used to watch her when she was in was it Strike Force? And you watch the fight, and you'd be like, "This is like Tyson in the '80s. Like you beating chicks to death."
Yeah.
UFC came through. UFC came through. Let me test that. Oh, it went away. That was the rumor I heard about Pacquiao. The rumor I heard was almost every time Pacquiao lost, it's because he was cycling off.
Well, the only time that he lost that he shouldn't have, I'll give him this though, was the Timothy Bradley fight. He shouldn't have lost that. But
whoever that was, they had him face down. though. That was a bad knockout.
Oh yeah, but I just realized that he had to give up his belt he won from. I didn't know that because
he didn't
that's
defend.
been my argument with a lot of people.
Yeah, he took too much time.
He didn't defend. Yeah,
Thurman, I think, is who he fought. But my whole thing has been, Floyd beat him in their fight. And supposedly past his prime, but he goes after the Floyd fight and wins the match against Keith Thurman to win a belt. How past his prime, truthfully, is he? Or is he just too busy because he's like
a senator,
senator, president, or some shit over there? So like
the Philippines,
everything, pop star.
I know.
That's right. I forgot, and I think they showed I seen a video of him doing. What was it?
Because Drake made fun of it in the ESPYs. That might have been the best.
Hey, dog, him and 401, 402, they should do a song together. They should do a song collab, dog. 43, 47.
He got better vocals than Pacquiao, though.
49. Why is it catchy, though?
No, it can't be where he be looking away, though. He be like, 47.
Dog, 90s R&B. He be like, yeah. Like, he do the yeah. 96 Drew Hill album, dog. I'm trying to tell you. And if he goes, yeah, I'll be like, all right, bro, stop.
He be pressing stop on the court, like,
it's that fire, bro. I'm gonna count to 200 today. Watch this. Million views on YouTube.
Think about that though. How like fucking legendary and godlike status are you that in your you go platinum in your home country, even if the music's terrible, you're just that beloved. That's crazy.
William Hung.
What they call that? A big fish, small pond. Big fish, small pond, my G.
Hey,
yeah,
that's all it take though. Be the man where you're at.
Get your money, bro. People don't
if
say
it's a country, it's like man at a state is different. But if it's a country, you're like,
Do y'all say nothing to you?
Yeah,
y'all be over here. Y'all be like, you hear about some stupid diamond platinum artist in another country, you be like, you didn't do it here. Don't care.
Slightly true though.
Bro, it'd be cats in England that be having 200 million views on YouTube. And I'd be like, in England, now do it here, peasant.
Nah, I don't care.
Yeah, but does it matter though?
Like those, that's what they say. Like those Spanish records, dudes we don't never hear. They try to cross over here, they don't do great, but that's still international countries.
International, they getting money, bro. Cats we've never heard of live in like castles that we've never heard of.
They got an army detail following around. It's like
when you think about reggae artists and shit, how many of them really truly pop here?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but a lot of them get
in
paid
your country?
because of Europe and Asia.
International, bro. It's money.
Yeah.
Dog, when we was kids and the Men in Black album came out, y'all remember Michael Jackson's nephews? It was called 3T, right? I heard one song once on the Men in Black soundtrack. I found out years later, they multi-platinum in Europe. I'd be like, are they still around? They was around for apparently years international, making stupid money. I just didn't hear their music.
Yeah, just wasn't here. They knew what they were good at.
But hey, look, get your money, bro. Top in Asia, I'm going to Asia too. I'm going where the money is.
Just as green as ours is.
Boy, and get it over there in Europe, get them pounds, transfer it over, double your money. Come on now. Not pounds, euros.
Y'all
watching that WandaVision yet?
I'm caught up.
I'm caught up today.
Yep.
Like I told you, I was hyped when I realized whose daughter that was.
Right.
I got dumb hyped when I realized whose daughter that was. I said, they really about to make these movies and these shows.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, the one thing DC wasn't able to do with all their shows,
which I thought was dumb, they had. I think he's a great Flash. The show Griff might not necessarily have, but whatever. Him as Flash though. Him as Flash, he's a good Flash. He's got it down. And I couldn't believe that they did that to him.
Good.
But it's Ezra Miller, and Ezra Miller's a horrible choice.
You don't like Ezra Miller?
He's better than Ezra Miller. I'll give you that.
But see, I didn't like Ezra Miller. I didn't like his stride. I didn't like Ezra Miller's stride. His run was like, he did this weird thing. I'm like, just run like a regular person.
He got that Phoebe run from Friends.
Yeah. Like I already said it before, I just don't like how they portray Flash. It's like he's not that much of a kid. He's more of a cool, overconfident dude.
See, Flash is funny and he's goofy, but he always had swag though.
Yeah, that's why he always had Iris. He always had a girl.
Fam, he stayed with a chick. They made him seem like
I'm afraid to talk to her. Oh goodness. Oh,
oh golly gee. I'm like, dog, Flash would come in there and be like, you said no? All right, next chick. Like Flash was bold. They made him seem like he was kind of a soft batch cookie. I ain't like it. I did.
They try to, I don't know, what's his name? Not Cumber. The dude that plays Vision. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
That's a good actor though.
Yeah, Paul. But he did an interview and he was trying to be like, they got a surprise at the end, but it's basically Cumberbatches, so they're gonna have Doctor Strange in the end of the show.
Probably. Unless there's some kind of way that Vision is able to come back.
Well, did you watch the last episode when she was flashing back?
She told him straight up, like, "Nah, we here. He can't come back, bro."
Fam, she was like, "We're here. This is
I don't
home."
think he can come back.
Yeah, when he saw, he was like, "What's wrong?" And she was like, your
well,
face.
actually,
yeah.
Well, I thought about that just for a second. Remember when Cap supposed to take all the stones back, right?
Yeah.
Well, technically, before Thanos did what he did, the stone was in the timeline with Vision. So it's like technically the timeline, shouldn't Vision have the stone again?
No, it's the same timeline. This isn't in the past. This is aftermath of everything.
Yeah.
No, but remember how he had to take it back to where they? Oh, I see what you're saying. No,
Yeah.
it would have been in his head at the time. Never mind.
Right.
What I said. I'm just hoping. I like Vision.
No, this is all her hex powers. Like she can change.
Well, I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's going to be so sad. Like the ending's going to be sad. You know think about the story? This is going to be a sad ending.
Did you see? They put a trailer for the episode and they show him like walking, trying to figure out walk out of the bubble. Look like he's dropping to his knees or whatever. So I think if if he leaves, he might actually like die. Like,
he walk out.
Yeah.
He walk out. Oh my God.
My only thinking is she doing this in the hopes that eventually they can figure out a way to keep him alive. And this is her way of biding the time. Or is this all a figment of her imagination?
No, I think she's actually changing reality. Because
she's changing. It's all in her mind.
When they kicked Rambo out, she still had her 70s stuff on.
That's true. Yep.
Oh,
so I think she can have effect. I think like as far as like life and death, I think is where she's trying.
I don't think she can permanently keep life around
until she realizes her powers and stuff like that. Because she's still figuring that out.
What she did at the end after she threw it through the building, I loved how they did that scene too, where it ended on the show ended on that episode, and then they're watching it. And then it finally shows you what happened. Man, when she did that and then built that house back together like that, right before Vision walks in, I was like, oh, yeah, this is, hey.
And her acting, when she said, she had to leave, honey.
Yeah, she's the best of the three sisters by far.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Not even close.
Not in a bit.
It's like the Ball brothers, the baby brothers, the best. The baby brothers, the best one. These are my two big brothers. They straight. I'm that guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to agree.
Some things are what they are.
That man.
He's not in trouble. Did you see they were going to waive him or something? They trying to trade or waive him?
Lonzo?
Yep.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to look that up after this.
Yeah, I might look that to you. Baby brothers, he out here winning. Did anybody pick up Middle Brother? Anybody pick up Middle Brother?
He was
not after.
Yeah, they put him to the G League again.
Because he got cut from Detroit, and then I remember, G League. Is he still G? He's still G?
I believe so.
I guess I don't pay attention to it.
Listen, man, look. If I was him, just because I know the money that's at stake, he could go overseas and make six figures.
G League. I don't know what it's like over right now.
Yeah, that's the thing with COVID. He's not making that. It's not even worth traveling over there.
Maybe China. I think China's almost back.
China definitely.
I mean, no,
they swapping butts now.
They doing what?
They said skip all the nose. They going the butt. They swapping booties.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah. The China COVID check. It's up the poop shoot. Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Wait, look at what Shogun Liu decides to hop in on the butt swipes. He didn't say nothing about Wanda. He's like, I know about this.
Look, I knew about the WandaVision, but the issue was y'all just kept talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, this guy, all of a sudden.
Sorry, Tatum. Go hop and let us know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what about if you had your camera on like you did before, you could see your hand raised. But
well,
what about Wanda?
I do have a visitor, so therefore that's why.
Oh wow.
You have a what?
So what about Wanda?
What up, y'all? We got Mike in the background.
I don't care.
Well, who cares? I'm like, what's up?
Now I gotta edit him out.
Yeah, I gotta edit him out.
So petty.
No, what was you saying about Wanda though? What was your opinion about
Yeah, what's your take on Wanda?
So what's really bothering me is people don't want to give the show a chance because they say it's moving slow. But if you're a fan of old sitcom like I Love Lucy that everybody's compared it to, that's how those sitcoms ran. That's how the show ran. So a lot of people have been giving it flack because it's like, oh, it's taking too long for it to get, built up, and the action and the suspense. It's taking too long. I don't like how it's being ran. This should have been on Netflix. I've heard someone say it should have been on Netflix, which is wild.
What was that going to be the difference besides you able to binge it? That's the only thing I would expect.
Because it's like, oh, it's going too slow. It's like One Piece. You're not going to watch every episode of One Piece, even though you should, but, that's personal opinion. But you skip. Someone said, oof, fuck y'all.
Listen, when you get a chance, I want to talk about One Piece in a second because I do want to say something, but go ahead, sorry.
But that's what I'm saying is like it's a story that has a chance to continue to grow. So like they're not gonna just rush it just so you can get your rocks.
I agree.
Yeah, and I'm cool with
I like
stories as long as the story is good. Like it's already starting to pay off. And
let me say this though.
4 episodes. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I don't think it's as. I think a lot of people might be upset too because it's not as, oh my god, as The Mandalorian was.
Yeah, it's not straight to the ish with the action and stuff like that. No.
I can see that.
And so that's what they were expecting, but it didn't come out that way. And that so it just didn't. I don't know. That's my take on how.
But if
you
watched any of the Avengers, what about WandaVision? You was like, oh, this is gonna be action packed. All their scenes is just them chilling and talking or sitting behind for the most part.
Sam, they said at the beginning when you see the trailers, it ain't no top of the building explosion moon. No, it's not. That wasn't no trailer.
Yeah, it was corny like sitcom.
So like they
sitting side to side.
Your trailer. This is what it's gonna be. Oh, I don't want it to be that, but the trailer told you that.
Right.
And also, how much action you want? Because in my opinion, there's been action in the last 2 episodes. It's not been action packed, but there's been action within the episode to give you that what you need.
And I like some mystery too. I like the mystery about it.
Yeah.
TV show, not a movie. These things don't work the same.
This question for everybody: is this dude that plays Vision? Is this his best work?
Ooh.
What else did he do?
I'll tell you. Hold on. He's in one of my favorite. He's in one of my favorite Heath Ledger movies.
Hey, he was great in Legion. He was in
The Knight's Tale.
He's the bar.
Yes, sir.
So The Knight's Tale.
Wait, what movie?
Legion and Priest.
Oh, he was in Legion. I just watched that.
A Knight's Tale. He was the alcoholic who was naked.
Yeah, he's the bar.
Yes, bro, he kills it. He kills the whole.
He was funny.
Movie.
I liked him.
He's great. He almost steals the movie.
I can't give Vision the best work yet because he's just not really starting to get in that character on this show.
Okay.
So I didn't know. Yeah, Knight's Tale. That was a good character.
I like
Legion.
That movie, yeah.
He was good on that.
Oh, Legion.
He was the
He's
angel.
in Legion. Oh shit!
Hold on, the movie Legion or the TV show Legion?
Not the show, the movie where he's the angel.
Yeah, he's the angel.
Yeah,
dang, he is a good actor.
He was. He's in a lot of shit that you don't realize too.
Just think British dudes. He's either one of the two. It's only him and Cumberbatch.
Like British dudes.
Just think of British dudes.
If they're over 6 foot, you be like, it's him or Cumberbatch when he got hair or don't.
Him or Cumberbatch. No, and you can tell too if they're acting and they use their accent. It's one of those two. Because like Walking Dead, that lead, he's British. He never uses accent.
Nah, hold on. Don't do it to him. He's Irish.
You talking about Abraham, whatever? The dude who plays
No, the main guy, Rick.
Yeah, that plays Rick.
Rick is English,
he's
right?
Irish.
Yeah,
his
real name's like
he's from over there. What I'm saying is he doesn't use his accent. When he talks like without an accent.
So when he says Carl.
Him, Idris.
Carl.
You know what movie he's in though, don't you?
Rick?
Yeah, what movie made him?
No.
If I'm thinking of who it is, it's ain't it Boondock Saints?
No, you're thinking
about
that's the other guy on Walking Dead.
You're thinking about Daryl.
Daryl.
Oh shit, that's right. My bad.
He was a made up character. Like he wasn't part of the original comic. He just was something that they said keep him in there. We like him.
Just to be the dude's brother, just to have something to tie in for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's Irish actually. He's the one that's Irish.
I read that first comic too. That first compendium. Walking Dead is hard. I need to finish the rest, but them
comics. I knew him more from Blade 2 than Blue Side. I didn't watch Boondock Saints until later, and I watched the second Boondock Saints before the first one.
I got that prayer tatted on me, so That's why I know it.
First, I love the Boondock Saints movies. The movies was alright. They were funny too.
Yeah, I got them because everybody had that poster. I was like, what is Boondock Saints?
I watched it way after the fact, and I was
then
like,
that second one came out, like I think we were in college or whatever, and I was like,
the gap.
Yeah, it had Willem Dafoe in it, so it caught more attention.
Right.
The gap in time was crazy because the first one was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
And that second
came out
like
though, don't you?
09. No. Actually, I don't. No.
The school shooting happened like right before that movie came out. So a lot of
it was a cult classic.
Because of that, they if you notice when that shit happened, a lot of the action movies that involve guns kind of like scaled back for a year.
Matter of fact, do you remember Neighborhood Watch, the movie called The Watch, the comedy The Watch? They had to change the title after the Zimmerman thing because it was called Neighborhood Watch. And they said, "Nah, change the title. It's called The Watch."
That came out during Zimmerman.
The Watch. I want to say it was. I want to say a little bit after. I want to say. Because The Watch came out, I want to say, while I was working at that first college.
That movie on the low is hilarious. I don't see nobody like play it on the movie channels or anything.
Fam, The Watch was underrated.
Yeah.
Hold on. Another underrated comedy was what's this Michael Cera? Griff, you know what I'm talking about? The Michael Cera movie.
What are you talking Michael Cera movie?
The Michael Cera movie, you know what I'm talking about? It's the one I think me, you, and Dave might have seen it.
Where he's like
super underrated movie.
Oh man, he's a good kid and he was chasing a girl or whatever.
And he had that alter ego who was like super.
You talking about with
Youth and Revolt?
No, Youth and Revolt.
Yeah.
No,
what is
Youth
it?
and Revolt. Youth and Revolt.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that.
Had the best line in movie history.
Hold on, which line was it?
The best line. He's like, "Can I tickle your belly from the inside?"
From the inside. What did he say about me? He said, "Let me go down and wear you like the crown that you are." Because his alter ego was a savage.
Yeah,
like
the best.
What's the scene? He's in the room with the chick, and the alter ego was like, he said something like, "Do you want to something?" And he talks to himself. He's like, "Please say yes."
Yeah, he goes, "Please."
But the Indian dude had no fear. He jumped right into the chick on the.
He been smashing the whole time they try to have a conversation.
Well, he was already. But then any dude the next day was like, "Yeah, she gave me something." Youth and Revolt. It's dry, but I'm telling you, it's so much different. I hated that it didn't do well, but it was a funny, random movie.
It was an independent kind of
film.
Yeah. But
speaking of movies, Baby Driver 2's script's done.
So.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that because Baby Driver caught me way off guard. That was a good movie.
It was actually a decent movie.
I don't know.
I'm not that interested in the second one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not that interested in the second.
Well, I don't know how. You're right.
What was the movie that they did? They did the first one, The Kingsman, I think maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, The Kingsman. The prequel supposed to come out.
No,
the second one was with the U.S. and they had cowboys, and I was like,
I didn't know how they were gonna make it work, and it didn't work that well for me.
Didn't they bring back the dude that's supposed to die?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it was weird.
Fast and Furious, Michelle Rodriguez, they did that. He got shot.
He got shot and they gave him an iPad. I was like,
here's a patch.
Your brain's back there. You're dead.
Funny story. They did that on South Park years ago. The mayor literally did this, and then when the episode came back, her head was just wrapped. I'm back.
Yeah.
Bro, she
killed us. Yeah.
Through the brain, like she went through here, and it was like, I'm back. I just wrapped my head. See, I will say, the only part I liked about that movie that was when the guy sang "Country Roads Take Me Home." He sang the acapella version, and then like he exploded. It was actually kind of a cool dramatic scene.
You talking about two?
Yeah, and two. But other than that, one was way better.
Yeah, one was.
Didn't see it. They lost me when they were like the special spy whips and stuff. I was like, what?
All I know is in one, that chick said, if you save the world, you can have it back here. He literally saved the world, grabbed a bottle of champagne, he unbuttoned his top button,
and went to her cell.
And look, what she do?
Princess, I think it was a princess.
A princess. But she was a G. She looked at him and went, go ahead. And I was like, respect. The ending was hilarious. Because she just turned, look, she didn't say nothing. She just turned around.
Wait.
You remember that in the ending? She said, if you save the
said, so she offered him butt sex?
Yeah, she said, you can put it in my bum. He went, wait, what? And when, mind you, mission over, he fought. He hurt Dusty, unbuttoned. He unbuttoned, grabbed some champagne, and was like,
"What did you?"
And
why couldn't he be like, "I just want the regular, please"? I don't.
I think she just wanted to offer whatever, and she went.
Well, I imagine she can't offer up the crowd.
It don't matter.
Second best thing.
No, it's not.
No. I think it's supposed to be just a joke. Like, hey, she was a G because she didn't say nothing. She just turned around like, "Go ahead."
Royals always willing to give up that bum.
We know this isn't making the cut.
This might not be
because you said Royal something.
I said Royal.
Nigga.
Anyway, it was a funny ending. That was a funny ending.
I didn't think it had post credits.
I want to see part of the ending. You just got to keep watching.
Part of the ending because there's actually another scene after he.
I don't remember. I did enjoy the movie though. It was dope.
Yeah, I like the Kingsman.
And this is what differs between Kingsman and James Bond. They actually use gadgets now. And James Bond, especially Casino Royale, since they started doing it that way, they stopped using gadgets. Really, it's been more. Think about it.
It was less gadgets.
Casino Royale, the only gadget he used is when he went to the car and Q gave him the anti-poison.
No, I thought he had a watch too.
Yeah, but they're just a watch.
I mean, his car's a gadget too still.
No, his car didn't have weaponry like it normally. It wasn't suited up.
And one of them, I think he did. Yeah, and one of them, they gave him a car.
I think that's the one where he's trying to save the queen or save him.
And even that was on like you might be. I gotta watch them again. I got them all.
And
I don't think until it was like the third one he actually started doing stuff.
No, you're right.
Because first it was just like his kit that he tried to give himself. Whatever would shock your heart. The first movie they took, but yeah, he didn't have any real weaponry and stuff until like the third or fourth.
All I know is Batista in the movies was hard, bro. I forgot which one it was in. Batista was hard. He didn't say no words. It was. I forgot which Bond movie it was. Was Bond or was Mission Impossible? Which one was Batista a silent assassin? He said no words and just killed on sight.
The Iron Fist.
No, not that. Not that movie. That should have been good.
Don't lie to Riz's Iron Fist. We can talk about that later.
Hey, did y'all watch his new movie?
Cutthroat City?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit went hard.
What's that on? What's that on Netflix?
On Netflix.
Because, he had vitiligo, and they could have casted a person with vitiligo.
That was dumb.
That's just as bad as the thing they did for the Ludacris movie with
No, it is not. That's stupid.
He said no,
that cyborg jaw thing. I was like, okay.
Where is Cutthroat City streamed?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought my system. Okay, cool. I think it's in my queue. I haven't watched it yet.
That was a dumb for people to get mad at. That's like, oh, I can't believe this dude had a pirate. They could have got somebody with no eye to play that pirate. It's like, come on, it's a character. Who cares?
I didn't watch it all the way through. Who y'all talking about?
Yeah, but that's been the movement.
T.I. the gangster, he just had vitiligo on his mouth.
Scarlett Johansson was supposed to play a part where she was like a lesbian. And
you sure it's still on Netflix then?
Yeah, it's
just but then that becomes a problem because then it's like you limit your pool because if you go, okay, I need somebody that looks and does this in real life, it limits your pool of actors and actresses.
But that's the whole point of actor. You're pretending to be your character.
It's true typecasting.
Huh?
It'd be true typecasting. Like, oh, don't play a crackhead, go get a real crackhead.
Yeah, it's like what Tom Hanks played the gay dude in Phil's Age. It's like, why didn't you find a real dude with AIDS? It's like,
because Tom Hanks is one of the greatest actors. Like, if you go, hey, one of the greatest actors ever, or someone that represents me that's half as talented, I'm going to get one of the greatest actors ever.
Pretending to have a trait or something like that is fine. It's just when people's like, all right, pretend like you're a black dude, but you're not going to be black. That's when
pretend you're
Robert Downey Jr. did it.
No, that was playing a character that's playing a character.
Yeah, and he was made fun of, and they made fun of him in the movie
whole time.
They didn't do the movie like he's doing it and it's okay. The dude was like, you know what you're doing, stupid, right?
Yeah, the movie was about somebody going so far as to putting like surgical blackface.
Yeah, and they called it too far.
Yeah.
Right. If you listen to him talk about that role though,
it's actually kind of funny.
he did not know that if he wanted to do it or not.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, after seeing it, I think he said on Rogan's podcast that Jamie Foxx was trying to get him to play a Latino dude in the movie. And he was like, nah, I'm good.
He said, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
He said, maybe I went too far already. Scarface can never happen again. That can never happen again. That will never happen.
It's like stuff nobody, everybody's totally cool with.
Why?
I'm telling you, no, what I'm saying is the movie Scarface, much as I like it, we're not going to ever get something like that again.
Al Pacino played
an Italian playing his. You're not going to get that again. It's not going to happen again.
Look at that. Man, nah, Tags can do whatever he wants. Look at that.
Some things I don't care. Some things I don't care.
He's so trash.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you might see some shit like that.
He didn't even play a great cute. What you think about it?
No, he didn't. Not at all. But, you know.
I don't think we're going to get something like that again. They're not going to let that happen again. Let it happen. It could be Oscar winning and everyone can vote. That's the best person ever. Hey, can they play a person that they're slightly maybe half racial? No, cancel it. And it'd be like, all right.
I think the last
that goes back to
the uproar was when what's your girl from
Scarlett?
No,
Scarlett Johansson.
No, not even that.
I know you're talking about, but that's not. Yeah, I know you're talking about the little.
I'm talking about the girl that played in Zombieland. What's her name? Emma, not Watson.
The play Easy A too.
Yeah.
Emma Stone.
Emma
Stone.
What
did she do? What did she do?
She played the Hawaiian chick. That's supposed to be an Asian, and nobody knew she was supposed to be Asian. It was just straight a blonde white chick.
What movie is it?
It was a love story.
I remember hearing about this. See, I didn't know she was supposed to be Hawaiian. See, I had no idea.
Like they told, it was like based on the true story. It's like, but the girl was Hawaiian and Asian.
Well, hold on, Doctor Strange. You know, Doctor Strange, the girl that plays, was it called the Sacred One? She never read the comics. She goes, "Oh, I know they're supposed to be Asian." She had no audition to read the comics. She just didn't know.
Right.
And to be honest, I'm not that good on Doctor Strange's lore. I didn't know either.
But
so when it came out, it was like
at least they tried to give her a fake backstory, like she was ancient Celtic and all this stuff. I was like, I don't know how she got to the bit, but all right.
But that makes more sense though. Like but that makes sense. Change the story then. Like make it
right.
Like make it make
the
sense.
Emma Stone thing was like, nah, man, totally this Hawaiian chick.
I mean, maybe you was born in Hawaii, but you're not native Hawaiian. Like maybe that.
That's what they were saying. I was like, nah.
You can't do no hakas.
The same name and everything. It was like, nah, but Emma Watson face. It's cool.
Speaking of shit like that, you see the new movie on Netflix, Finding Ohana or something like that. It's basically a Goonies movie remade.
Wait,
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Does it got Hey You Guys in it?
Hey You Guys.
Basically, but their own version of it.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
I know, just for that. Yeah.
But the granddad and the mom on the show, you'll know.
Oh, it's a show?
Or in the movie, my bad. You'll know who they are.
PC
it's dope because I think Netflix found the next like athlete turned movie star, probably movie star, and the dude that plays their dad.
Okay.
It's like he don't have very many speaking parts. You just see pictures of him because he's dead through most of them. Like he's dead, and they use him in a couple of scenes. But he got the look and like he just know how to present himself on camera. I think he's gonna be the next star.
He's an athlete.
He played linebacker at Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. I'm gonna have to watch that. Yeah. Hawaii. Didn't they have some season years ago where they went almost undefeated?
They did have a couple of good years.
But like they ranked
Mantateo, like those little 3 years or whatever.
Because I want to say like then they had them play somebody real and it was like, oh, never mind.
It's that whole
like
we talk about the Pac-10 and all that stuff. All those.
There's been a couple years where they were all right because they had a crazy
defense.
Two quarterbacks that were like pretty nice, but they didn't end up making it in the NFL because they weren't prototypical quarterback.
Which is an issue sometimes. Sometimes I don't understand how some people get making and don't. Like that first Clemson quarterback on this correct Clemson football run, that first one did not make it in the NFL. He's like the CFL, and I was like,
who you talking about, Boyd?
Yes, and I was like, really? Taj is all right. And I was like, not even a chance? Because he was CFL like the next year.
Speaking of shit like that, y'all see EA's bringing football back, college football.
College football, yeah. Did they make a settlement? Are kids going to get a little piece of
it's just EA college football. It's not EA, NCAA.
Wait. Are they going to do like they did with Blitz and have made up teams like Blitz did a couple years, some years back?
They would have to just name it by the state, I guess.
Like Louisville State, UK A&T,
Louisville City, Kentucky, but you can't do Kentucky State.
No, you could do like
trash.
Kentucky,
I would still play it though.
It'd be like, I know it'd be Kentucky A&T, Louisville State University, Alabama College, not University.
I'm so hype and conflicted to play that game. I'm like, oh my god.
University of Florida at Tampa, something like they got to rename everything.
My question though, if it's not going to integrate like it did with the other one where it goes into Madden, I don't know how happy I'll be with it.
Well, it's both EA, so they might do some petty stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Are they going to figure out a way to do it or not? I hope they do because I don't want to just play the college game.
I think they'll wait and see how it goes.
But I hope they don't.
If it does,
they might find a loophole. Like there might be a loophole. They go, "Hey, everybody, make your own teams," and then like
that's always on the game. So I think they'll do that.
But after you make your own team, it's like everyone can download. So eventually, you'd have all the teams.
Yeah, that's their way around it. Oh, it's not there, but it's there.
Because back in the day, I don't know if y'all remember this, not recently, but some years back, WWE, when they couldn't get certain wrestlers' likenesses, what would happen is people would make likenesses, and what you would see is...
Oh, dude, they'd be dead up like them, too.
No, but the best likenesses that you could they didn't start doing this the last 5 years, you could download another person's created character. So if I make the Ultimate Warrior, which we don't have licenses for, yours would get promoted, and you would see it easily. Like, oh, Ultimate Warrior, I have it now. It's always the way around.
See, I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, you could make a version of somebody and it'd be
I didn't know that they
content.
Were
yeah, I know you can download somebody else's character. Yeah. Wow.
Well, they did the same thing if you ever played Dragon's Dogma, where like you could recruit someone else's created character into your party.
Well, that's like UFC. UFC they do that now though, so they definitely do it now.
So there's ways around a lot of copyrighted content.
But what do I get for that? It's like I create this character. You ain't gonna give me no extra V points or something. Do I get some type of compensation?
You don't have to. Like for example, if you play a fighting game, and someone makes a Bruce Lee character, they'll probably take the best one and promote them. Oh, this is the most popular one. And
I'm talking about that's one thing to promote me, but able to somebody download my character.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like wrestling did it. I think UFC did it. Like I said, Dragon Dogma RPGs do it. Yeah, you could download another person's character. They made it to where like. I remember I played with Dave a few times, and it was like somebody made this character that's not on the game.
That's trash. You should give me some super free bonus packs at least, or something. Make me feel.
2K does that though with for basketball, like not players, but
talking about the influencers and stuff like that.
No. Like you can go create when you hit a certain level, you can create shoes that you can people vote on. And whoever, or you can buy that, somebody can buy that shit, and whoever, if your shit gets like the most or bought the most, I forget because I ain't played 2K in like 2 years, but they'll give whoever that person is some coin, and then on the 2K TV, whoever wins the best play of the week on my part gets some coins. I know that.
Yeah. You win that.
That's all right right there.
Best play of the week, King of the Court, and they do tournaments and stuff. They have parties and all. Yeah. So they good on that front. Back
in the day on DC Universe, I remember now this was different because you couldn't download nobody else's character. DC Universe, I remember I think Lugo was somebody with Corey, and basically it was like a bunch of people wanted to put Power Rangers in the game. So people were taking and making these custom characters, but they wouldn't call them Power Rangers. It'd be like Red Ranger Danger, Blue Ranger Danger, Green, but then like Red Ranger Danger Zero, Green Ranger Danger Zero, Yellow Ranger Danger Ninja. So eventually, if you went to the right area, you see a whole bunch of fake Power Rangers everywhere all over the DC universe, which actually is kind of funny as a concept.
I think I made one. I made Ninja Turtles and all types of stuff.
Who's that? I made some big black character, which is what I always do. He got to be over 6 and he got to be strong.
I was making
Is that your dreams of how you used to be?
Wait, what'd you say? Tatum, repeat yourself.
I said, was that your dreams of how you wanted to be?
I'm 6 feet tall and I'm like 290. It's not really much of a dream. I'm big. Not the biggest, but I'm
tall.
Tatum, I'm 6 feet tall. You're just taller
why he playing you?
Tatum, you're just taller than me. Tatum, like 6.
Hold on. Because I have an argument with AJ about his height all the time.
No, I'm taller than AJ. I'm 6 feet tall.
He's way taller than
I'm taller than AJ. AJ's not 6 feet tall. I'm 6 feet tall.
AJ trying to say he's 6 foot?
No, the argument is Tatum be saying he's 6'4". And he ain't 6'4".
I'm 6'3". I don't say I'm 6'4". I say I'm 6'4".
Yeah. Nah, you used to say you was 6'4". We had to
Did you
ask your
Tatum?
granny finally. He
I was
did.
off
And his
your,
granny called him out. His granny called him out.
He was going off the football roster. You know they be adding extra.
Hey, bro, Allen Iverson been 6 feet.
Like that. You like,
Hey,
Iverson
in
been 6 feet for years. He ain't
I've
6
never
feet.
said I
school,
was
I
6'4".
was
I know damn well that. I'm 6'3".
In high school, I was 5'11", 180. Motherfucker, hey, get the I wish I was 5'11".
freshman year, they had me at like 6'3", 310 or something like that. I was like, man, I am 5'9".
Hold on. Back in the day, your boy Sosa coming to this ring, 6 feet tall. I met Sosa in real life. No, he's not. Sosa hit me right here.
It's like I'm just now starting to hit these.
Sosa who?
No, hold on, not Sosa. Siva, sorry.
Siva.
Oh, bro, he's shorter than me.
He's about 6 feet tall. I saw him in the movie theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that thing Siva? And I said, I literally said, where's the rest of him? Like, because I didn't think he was that little. He hit me like right here. And I was like, he's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was shorter than me his freshman year, at least.
He can hoop, but I was a little guy.
Yeah. They be patting the stat sheets.
Because then they say Iverson was 6 feet tall forever, and he's not.
6 feet 1.
Oh, sorry, 6'1". He ain't 6'1". Now he
they were like, he's a strong 5'11" with them shoes.
Wait. In shoes, yeah. He was like, I think 5'10". But the way he hooped, hey, nobody care.
But he said he was like, man, I'm 6 feet younger. I was like, hey man, I ain't saying nothing, man. You can dunk.
Listen, hey, bro, you make a lot of money. Do what you do, now. You know what I'm saying? Wear tall shoes.
I ain't gonna argue with no dude. I got his jersey.
You can't.
Yeah, what you gonna say? Man, you ain't really. All right.
If you casually have 7 figures, I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave it be. You won. You won. Oh my God.
Easily won.
Tatum said, "You 6 feet, like nigga." Tatum, just because you taller than me. You been taller than me.
Man, my bad. I didn't know you. I thought you was like 5'10".
He's petty. You taking inches off your life. No, he's
right.
10.
Bro.
No, I'm 6 even. I'm 6 even. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm 6 even. I got that measured a long time ago, and I was hyped when I hit it. Because you see my direct patriarchal line, I shouldn't be this tall. I was like, thank you, Jesus, appreciate it.
But you see the the leaks they putting out of Thor 4.
Wait, they're doing what?
So they filming Thor 4 right now.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder, right? Yeah. And they're gonna make that chick that they just completely forgot about for 2 movies. She's gonna be the female Thor, but where's she been at for 2 movies?
Remember, she had a problem with the director or whatever. That's why.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, are they going to explain where she's been for 2 movies?
Oh, you mean the other chick, Lady Seth?
Jodie? No, not Jodie. God, what's his? Oh, she had that song on SNL. Oh, what's his actress's name?
Yeah, you talking about?
Because isn't she supposed to be the new Lady Thor, or is it going to be somebody else?
Yes, her character is Jane Foster, and she's in the comic. She becomes a Thor. Yeah. I told you about she wasn't in the movies because in real life she had a problem with the director. No,
I'm saying in the movies, are they gonna say where that character has been for 2 movies?
They broke up. Remember, they've been saying it for movies.
No, I know they broke up, but like, remember how he was still the other scientist that she's with was still working on stuff? It was
they
like
weren't talking, so they didn't see that they broke up.
You can't help save the world. You can't help save the world.
Nah, we don't like each other. We need Thomas apart. But she was in the last one where she got he took that needle and took her that gem out of her. Remember the raccoon when they went back in time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. I'm gonna watch that again soon.
Because if you notice in the movies, it wasn't just her; it was her and the mom that had a problem. That's why they weren't in one movie. And then they brought the mom back to die in the last or whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna rewatch some of these. There's a lot to the MCU.
But
are we ever gonna get any conclusion on Adam Warlock? Is he ever coming back?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, supposedly, maybe.
They teased this man in 2-3 movies, full face.
He didn't make it for the Infinity War, so that was his main thing. So
that's where he's supposed to come in. I'm like, fam, like the literal savior. They were like, nah, it's cool, do something else.
But your boy Christian Bale's the villain in Thor. Gore the God Killer.
The God Killer. Wait.
Gore the God. You know who he is?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm confusing him with the God Killer armor, which is something different. So I'm getting confused.
Gore the God Killer is a dude. who I think Thanos is one, got one of his planets, and he used to pray to the gods, and he was like, nobody answers my call. So he goes in the universe, killing anybody who called themselves a god, celestials, whatever. He
I don't know much
just
about him.
kings, man. So, but and the thing is, he also has a symbiote. So it's like a primate. So he wears like a cape, and it makes weapons on his arms.
Ooh. Question. I thought we were supposed to get what's his name? The Living Tribunal soon.
That's in Loki.
That's what it is. Okay, never mind. That's okay. Living Tribunal is wild. That dude got 3 heads. He crazy looking.
That's in the Loki.
Okay. Ooh. I do know who I think I know who this character is.
He's all gray.
I'm about to be on Comics Explained. I'm about to be on Comics
gender parts, because he looked like he'd be out here naked with the black coat, but that's like.
Do he look like Marilyn Manson in the '90s with that body piece?
Yep, but dark gray. Well,
so he looks like a Titan. He looks like a Titan. He just ain't got no.
Yep. He ain't got no noses.
That existence sounds terrible.
Look like, you know what? He looked like Voldemort with muscles.
Oh God. That'd be scary as hell.
Yeah, look like Voldemort with muscles.
Wow, if Voldemort woke up and there was a Voldemort shaped like Brock Lesnar, ooh, that'd be scary.
And he got
my wand
hands except with like venom powers.
Damn, he sound wild, bro.
Matter of fact, who did Venom fight in this movie? Raft. You know how he was making sword weapons? Boom. Yeah. That's him.
That sounds dope, actually.
Muscle Voldemort with those powers.
I wonder if we're ever going to get the Beyonders in the MCU.
Well, we'll see what's happening with the externals, which, you know what? They ain't leaked nothing about these movies. Besides having your boy from...
a lot of stuff is hush-hush.
From Game of Thrones, besides having him in there.
I'm really surprised on the Fox side how we're getting Sony side how we're getting so much from I'm seeing like Morbius trailers now.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to be a Morbius movie. And if I'm not mistaken, supposed to get a Kraven the Hunter movie.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's a great idea, but that's just my opinion.
They've been pushing for that for a while. You know, Coogler wanted him he wanted him to be the villain in the Black Panther.
Well, it makes sense. Well, now Kraven, after he mutates, is way cooler. After he gets powers, he's way cooler after that.
But he's an interesting character. But, you know, they're brothers or half brothers or some type of relation, cousins or something.
Kraven and Morbius?
Yeah.
They're both foreign, so it's cool. They're foreign. They're not from there. It's cool.
Exactly.
They'd be like, where are you? European. Which part? You know, not America. All right, makes sense.
Your accent something like my accent. Family.
We related. Two different parts of Europe. We don't care.
But I forget the company because apparently everybody in comics is like super rich to do anything. So if you don't have powers off jump, you got to be super rich. So Kraven is super rich. So all the
he was a star, wasn't he? Like he was like some kind of star. Like he made money off like a media empire, right?
He comes from like a family money, but
before.
He's always like family. That's why he's able to be hunting, do whatever he wants, travel the world.
Okay.
All that.
Okay, question. Because you're talking about money in the MCU, not MCU, sorry, Marvel in general. Somebody brought up a good point. They were talking about like some of the rich people. Panther, know why he's rich. Tony, know why he's rich. Kraven, pretty much know why he's rich. And they talked about what's Diamond Girl X-Men called?
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost do business dealings and being like a headmistress. She becomes rich. Mm-hmm. Didn't they mention Professor Xavier? No, who was Professor Xavier? There was someone they mentioned.
His father was super rich.
His father was rich. That's what it was. But it was now I can't remember. There was someone they mentioned, and they were talking about them being rich. But it was like, how are you rich? Crap, and I can't remember who it was now. Damn, it was an old meme. It was like I was like, damn, how they rich? It was someone where like it didn't make sense. It was like how you got money? Like you kind of wrote that in there and just left the back part out.
How does Moon Knight have money?
Was it Moon Knight?
Because he's supposed to be rich and because he's supposed to be the Marvel Batman, basically. But he's Moon Knight Industries.
He's insane.
No Moonlight Industries.
I will say this though, I would love to see a timeline where they show if we get some more Spider-Verse stuff, the rich black and gray armored Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Remember him? Yeah. A lot of people don't know about him because he he becomes a super billionaire and has armor.
That was Marvel's version of making a Spider-Man version of Batman. Like he had money, it's wanted to fight crime.
I think he already knew who he was. It was like, hey, Peter Parker, what's up, y'all? It's me. He was like Tony Stark but Spider-Man. He was like, I'm rich. Yeah. I married Mary Jane a long time ago. I'm out here winning, and I win fights. What's up? he was the kind of cocky where it's like, you're smarter than most people. Most people can't whoop you, and you're rich. I kind of get it. No reason for you to be humble. You can't beat me. He's like, you can't beat me. I'm richer than you. I'm smarter than you.
I'd be like a good villain. Like I would just hire a henchman for everything. Like, stop crying. You gonna lead us a battle? Nah, man, I'm the boss. Why would I?
Yeah, I'm not fighting. Why
would I do that, man? I'm rich.
Doing the UFC, be like, hey, who's your champion? I mean, here's $1 million and some powers. Go keep me safe. Keep me safe.
You know who's been my favorite villain lately on shows? And I can't think of his name now. It's actually dude from Black Lightning.
The albino dude.
The albino dude?
Yeah, he's been one of my favorite fucking villain characters on the show in a minute.
I've been meaning to get back into watching that, but sometimes the daughters get on my nerves.
They're both so beautiful. Oh my god!
You know who had a glow up? I didn't know that was a girl from the Tyler Perry shows. The youngest daughter,
Daddy's girl.
Yeah. Oh wow!
Yeah. And she used to be on the Pain show. Remember they took off the show and brought it back because her acting was terrible. And they were like it was a real thing. They said it was like she overacts. And they sent her like to get actual classes. They brought her back. But yeah, she's in
that. And then what's your name it from Luke Cage?
First one or second one? Hold on.
Mahershala.
Mahershala.
They should not have killed him.
He was so much better than Diamondback.
Diamondback, I was like, I don't care about. He's your brother.
Like him being his brother was a cool concept, but it should have been a side story. Mahershala was the one.
What was the second? Who was the dude on the second season?
Diamondback.
Jamaican dude.
Jamaican dude was pretty good too.
People got mad about their accent, but I think people don't understand they had to do that so people can understand what they're saying. Have you ever been like heard true Jamaican?
Oh yeah.
Boy, that's you'd be like, what you just say?
Nah, I'll be understanding. It's cool.
I'm just saying like half. Like I can, like if they talk long enough, I'll get it. I'll be like, okay, my blackness picked that up, but I don't know everything you just said. Like Stewie from Family Guy, I know the gist.
Like if you ever had the original Shotas DVD, one of the things that was on the Shotas DVD was the dictionary, so you could know what they were saying without the subtitles.
I've seen movies do that, and it's hilarious.
Like, all right, cool.
Hold on, didn't want to state? I think State Property 2 did that, where it'd be like all the chicken up, chicken equals cocaine. State Property 2 was fun. That was a fun movie to watch.
Hell no. You can watch those on Dame Dash Studios in 8 days.
Nobody talks about Paper Soldiers.
That was actually a pretty good movie. I laughed.
It was comical.
That's another one. Ain't that one of his movies too?
Yeah, it was
one
of
Dame Dash Studios.
Like Dame Dash put a lot of little people on. He had Kevin Hart before Kevin Hart was Kevin Hart.
Before he was Kevin Hart, yeah.
I just knew
from stand up. Soul Plane. My man's had the original cut, the original version of Soul Plane on a nice tape box bought from the barbershop.
Watched it in class. DVD's been out, but I had on VHS.
We watched it in class.
I got that movie. It was like, is that out? Hey man, I got this movie, man. You want to watch it or not?
And no, we was in class. That movie was hard R. They had actual strippers. We was watching. All right. We watched
They're like, listen to school. Who cares?
We watched the Chappelle Show in one class. I had a journalism class. We had that free day for school was in for the year. I said, I got the Chappelle Show DVD. Put that in. Teacher took it out after the class. She was like, take this with you because I'm not trying to get fired.
Hey.
I think the worst movie we ever watched in class was Boondocks.
What?
Wait, the movie or the cartoon?
The cartoon, The Boondocks.
That's such a great show. Oh, you talking about like as far as like it shouldn't be in class? Probably.
Yeah, it shouldn't be in class. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, man.
Matter of fact, I brought the DVD and it was season 1 because it's the episode where he goes, Jesus is black, Ronald Reagan is the devil. The government lied to you about 9/11. And bruh, if you could see everyone's face in there, you could tell.
That was a great
watch
scene.
The show? I
said
generally of our Caucasian descendant friends.
It was a real riot.
I loved it when he said they don't care. They're rich. They don't care about anything. And I was like, yeah, bro, pretty much.
He said he speaks so well.
Right? They don't care. It's like, bro, if I'm a billionaire, I don't care about your conspiracy theories. I'm a billionaire.
I helped plan it anyway. It don't matter.
Like, I'm probably part of it, bro. If you're rich to where you could probably buy a state or a country, you do not care. It's not that important.
I was watching this documentary on Netflix, and it's about the media and how they play on like courtism and public opinion. And
you talking about it's all what is the name of that? I know
it's all about wild cases and stuff like that back in the day, and like how the media started influencing and stuff like that. So it was a dude in Birmingham, and he started Health South, and apparently it was like basically a Ponzi scheme, whatever, and they were doing fraud. So they called up all the CEOs, and he's like going on trial. And they were talking about how he like got with like a black church and like started like changing like a narrative for the he's like, oh, I'm a nice guy, I give charities and all this other stuff. And the news started putting it out, and they go on trial, like they got all this evidence, and they're just like, and the dude, one of the lawyers just wrapped himself in the American flag. He's like, man, let's talk about patriotism. And they're like, it's like, what does this have to do with the case? And everybody like, man, I love patriotism. You do be going to church.
Fam, it's when you have money and the right lawyers, you'll see people win cases where you're like, don't you have evidence? Like, what's the white lady who killed her baby?
Casey Anthony.
Bro, they said that like her evidence was like solid, but the defense spent too much time trying to attack her character, and they were like, you wasted time.
Yeah. But
like,
no,
it was like,
what made this case hilarious is like, so he gets off.
Of course.
And his lawyer's like, hey man, you off, man. I don't think you should stay here no more. Go buy an island. He had move. You said go buy an island somewhere, take your family, get out of here, because at least get out of Birmingham, you know.
At least.
No. He stays there and gets caught up on another case of trying to bribe the governor. I was like, dog, I don't understand how people get scot off free and just don't be like, chill.
Damn. If I beat a case that big, even if I'm innocent.
And that was federal. Like, he was going through all that stuff.
It's hard to be fair, yeah. It's hard to be fair. Dude, I'm quiet. If they say, Lee, you just beat this major case, even if I'm innocent, I'm going to leave where I'm at. I'm good over here. I'm just going to go over here now.
You know they got him the second time around. Plus, he didn't hire his last lawyer. The lawyer's like, yeah, I gave him price. It was kind of high, but he was like, I'm not paying that. I see what you did last time. I'm just going to do that again. It's like, well.
You're not a trained lawyer.
Yeah, he said, and we did that last time. The government going to be ready. We got to do something new. So,
yeah, they're going to be ready for it now.
I got this. He did not got that.
Didn't they? No, they did a joke just like that on SNL where they showed Hillary and Trump the first, and it was like Hillary like, this is easy. He's gonna say something stupid. I'm gonna look smart, and then it was like, but he still won. It was like, oh, I messed up. I underestimated him, and he won. Well, I'm gonna do a speaking engagement, get 6 figures for it.
Oh well,
it happens. But I'm also not that arrogant to think I could beat those kind of cases. Plus, I don't do crime, so I wouldn't be in that position. I'll be the case like that. I'm leaving forever. You'll never see me again.
Why didn't he buy an island though?
If you had buy an island money, you've won. Go do something legitimate now. Like, go away.
You don't have to do anything.
Really don't. You really don't have to do anything. You can literally put your money in the account and go, look at this interest. You know what interest is on $500 million? Like, you can make money just by having money. Just go have a seat somewhere.
It's true. Yeah. Like, if you're a billionaire, you can literally take half your money and leave it and just
in a high interest account. And what it gets, because like even if it's just 1%, you know what 1% of $1 billion is? Like,
yeah, but at the end of the day, you probably gotta. I would assume that if you're that rich, how do you insure your money?
Well, the FDIC, I know the FDIC had a thing where, I know we were younger, it was like $100,000 insured. And I think the insurance rate went up. So if you broke your money up, then you probably be insured.
Cover everything, yeah.
If you broke it up, yeah. Because I know over a certain amount, the government won't insure it. So if you broke it up to a bunch of accounts across a bunch of different banks, you probably
That's what
insured.
They do. They spread it out. Different banks and different investment. But you would buy things like an island. You would have real estate. I would own half the country.
And if you owe money, you can sell it off.
that part of Canada's mine.
Yeah, just don't come through there anymore. Thank you.
He said the whole part of Canada.
What you gonna do, Canada? Canada got army. You ever heard anybody talking about I was in the military
Bruh,
for
I
Canada?
be forgetting.
Actually,
I forget they have one.
I had this question arise on the board game night. Yes.
I know they got that's their police though. But what about their
That's
army?
all I know of is the Mounties.
The only time I've ever seen Canadian Army is Wolverine movies.
They got a Navy or Air Force or anything? What is Canada doing to protect themselves?
They be chilling. Don't nobody want to be that cold, so it's like we straight.
All they do is water hose natives, for pipeline films. What it is?
They toughest people come from there are Drake, so I think they're all right.
Nah, man, the hockey dudes. The hockey
hooligans. The hockey dudes be hard.
The hardest dude from there.
Talk to you politely and stomp you out. You like, hey, man.
Yeah, I think Tory Lanez sold real drugs. Like, he was a real criminal.
I still don't.
Look, apparently, that's what I thought. I mean, that's what I thought he was a real, I don't know. But I feel like there's 30 fake rappers harder than them, so it's like,
Wait, so Tory Lanez really was he rapping about selling drugs ever?
Tory? No, he had a song called Trap House, fam.
Seriously?
Bro, apparently
seriously?
A song called Trap House.
I did not know. I know about the girl tapes and stuff like that. These little mixtapes about
the chicks tapes?
Yeah.
No, because he's on that whole R&B rap like hybrid wave, but apparently I think he was in the streets back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. Really?
I thought he was just an angry short dude.
It was funny too in the Trap House video. He kicked the girl out. He was like, "Leave, go away." She was mad. No, I said, "Leave. I'm selling dope in here. Get out of here."
He's clearly toxic.
Listen, I don't know about innocence of guilt or nothing, but I do know Tory Lanez is wild. So
nothing else about this case.
Bruh, no, because like apparently DJ Academic apparently has some paperwork and he put it on his site. Bruh, apparently I forgot what it was it wasn't prosecutor, it was his lawyer, literally has a line in there that was like, witness testimony and evidence show that what she said didn't happen. And I was like, come again?
Oh, I think that's why she got mad. She was talking about her and her best friend got into it because she like took money or something like that.
Well, the rumor I heard, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before. Do y'all remember
his bodyguard? And that's his body. I pay for you.
And the bodyguard, he has a gun license. But I do remember this. Do y'all remember the videographer, the hip hop videographer, Choke No Joke?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a video. You have to go back. You posted this months ago.
Old
apparently,
school.
Yeah, he's also. But this video came out maybe before 2021, like maybe even like the summertime last year. There's a video of Choke No Joke talking about. Because he's always had his ear to the streets, he said he got some information from that night. He said it might be true. He said it might be not. He goes, this is what I heard. This is what he said. So he gave that disclaimer. And he said that apparently from what he heard, when she turned her back, because one of the reasons they were arguing was over the friend and her. Because if you remember her testimony, she says, we were arguing and then she speaks from there. She doesn't speak about the argument or before. If you listen to what she says, she never speaks on the argument or before. It's very important. And basically the argument was over her, him, and her best friend. And that apparently he was creeping with her too. Once again, just what he said. And they were fighting, that him and her were fighting over the gun and the friend was going to pull it. And so when she says the statement and I turned my back and walked away, now I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not saying she's lying, but if I add that comment, it kind of gets me off the hook if I am lying. If I am. This is what he's talking about. Because she goes, I turned my back. The friend was going to shoot her, and then Tory got it off. And what happened is, this is why there's an argument over the bullet. Once again, this is off what Choke said. The bullet hits the ground, ricochets into her foot.
Yeah.
So when someone says, I got shot in my foot, it's like, you did, based on what Choke said, you did in the sense of a bullet shard ricochet into you.
Yeah.
Because if she had a straight bullet through the heel, from what I heard, the wound should look different. So yes, they pulled bullet fragments out of her, but not a bullet fragments. So
getting shot still hurts, nigga. It don't matter.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's why there's so much like back and forth, and why the support has kind of gotten a little more quiet, because they were like, there's little things that I'm saying. This is what Choke said, and I was like, what? And then I'll be leaving alone, because I'll be like, you know what? I don't know anymore, so I'm just gonna like let that court thing play out.
All I would know is one of two niggas are responsible for pieces being in me that weren't in me before.
No, I understand, but no, one of three. If that street thing is correct, then it was the friend's fault.
No, I'm only talking about Tori and the friend, not the bodyguard.
Oh, not the bodyguard. Okay.
Apparently, it was always between those two.
Oh, okay, yeah, because see, with the bodyguard, when they kind of
he was driving,
him, I said
she got out of the car while this nigga was mid-drive. He had to stop or whatever.
That's true. You're right. But like I said, all I know is apparently the rumor was it might be her, and that's one of the reasons there's so much confusion that she might have been the one that did whatever. Also, for it to be where it was at, I'm surprised ain't no real video evidence come out other than the police helicopter. Like that's a rich
that's what they're saying. They were like, it's rich, but you know, that's real money out there. They don't want to be involved in this.
No, you're probably right. They're like, oh, we know what happened, but I'm not in this. You're not gonna mess up my $500 million.
They say that's probably the real reason. Like, besides like the police and stuff, gonna like usually stuff like that get kept on the wrap. They're like, we don't want to be associated with.
Oh, side note, Griff? Were you on the call for homie's case? Were you on the phone call that day?
Mm-mm.
They let us call in to hear one of his hearings. Did you went on that call?
No, I was at work.
Fam, did I tell you about that call?
Nope.
When we get done with this, I'm gonna talk to you about it.
I want to know because I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. So.
Okay, we're done with this. I'll tell y'all because when I tell you it bothered me, because if I tell you the facts, not the opinions, this don't even make sense. So when we're done with this, I'll break that down for y'all.
For life.
Literally, that's what's at stake. Literally. Oh, side note, this has nothing to do with anything we were just talking about. Nintendo, I'm starting to think hates money.
No.
No.
Stock is about to go.
No. That's what I'm saying. I've literally looked sometimes. You look at old like DS, 3DS, like Wii U. You know how sometimes they release a remaster every now and again of like a halfway or popular game.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be like, y'all have so many popular games that people want to play. These games are going for like $300 on the secondhand market. I'm like, you could remaster this, not even full remaster, just HD it up. Charge a full $50, people will buy it. And I'll be like, why won't y'all do that? Like people want these games. I'd rather pay Nintendo $50 than this guy $230.
Right.
And I'm like for example, like the last Dragon Age game that did really well, right? Dragon Age 11.
Mm-hmm.
The DS literally on it had Dragon Age 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then Nintendo Switch on the download has 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, you have 6 to 7 highly rated games that you could remaster and put on your Switch. That's just that. Not alone the Fire Emblems they never ported.
I don't think they kept the stems.
Kept the what?
The stems, like the old data from the games, because like I remember Sony was talking about that with like Square Enix and stuff like that when they were trying to remaster what something happened on some of those remakes and stuff like that.
Oh, I did hear about that. They said the ones that we got
when they were quick to make the games and they didn't save it.
They lost.
Yeah.
Because apparently the versions that are on the PlayStation Mini, those are all like the second versions, which aren't as good as the first versions.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, why would you give us this version when you have a better version? You can't reverse engineer it, and for whatever reason, they couldn't.
They didn't save any and stuff. I think the same thing happened with 8. Really, I think it was more so 8. 7, they kept it, but they didn't they lost translation stuff. But 8, because they came right after 7, within the year.
Yeah, it did.
It was like 11, 10 months or something like that, and it was out.
7 and 8, yeah, that might have been the quickest turnaround, yeah.
It was like they rushed that so much, they was like they were in pressure to put that out because it was like 7 blew up. So they was like, yeah, keep making these Final Fantasies, nigga.
Shogun think they're about to be making money though.
They are going to be making money.
No, they make money. My thing is you can make so much more just off little ports.
They got NintendoLand opening in Japan.
That is hard. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
but
it's supposed to rival Disneyland. It's supposed to sustain. It's I think the same square footage or bigger than Disneyland in Japan.
But I was going to say in Japan though.
But my thing is, didn't that backfire? Because didn't he have a Disney World Japan that like flopped when we was all young? Like there was actually, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there a Disney World Japan?
Yeah, it's better now. But
there was a Euro Disney World too. I think there was a Euro Disney World.
There's still a couple of them.
Yeah, they're all over. There's in China. There's
2 in America.
Yeah, I think the South America.
Disney World and Disneyland.
Yeah,
but the China one's popping. That China one gotta be popping.
But like I said, Nintendo World is cool, but Japan always got a lot of little cool stuff like that. But like I said, it's just there. We won't until they go international. That's when you'll start caring.
Well, the plan is moving into America to test runs in Japan to see what the rest of Japan and Europe.
I don't know if Mother Disney is gonna let that happen.
That
and plus, they buy a whole ranch in Montana.
And plus, like they can do that in Japan because they know it's like Japanese people. We got this certain isolated, whatever COVID thing is going on.
Yeah, but I think
COVID's back up over there.
Mario Kart.
I'm saying that's more controlled than trying to do something out of your country international.
Oh, they're more control. I can see that because they have more control over there. A little bit less on they probably can skate certain things because they have a certain reputation, like government relationships. Over here, you guys, it's a lot of checks and balances over here. They might come over here and be like, nah, we want to keep all this. Nah, we're gonna tax you.
Nintendo of America has been established for our grip hold though.
But I'm talking about the build and contract.
But they're like secondary. Man. Yeah, but they're secondary.
International.
It's like having a branch campus. It's like the secondary. It's kind of secondary. Like motherland, Japan. Like that's gonna be where the stuff is gonna be first.
As far as characters go, besides like of course anything Mario, Zelda, Link. First of all, just say Link because nobody knows what Zelda looks like no more. What other characters they're gonna really just like Nintendo own?
Do they own all those
second
characters?
Falcon, Samus Orion, Pit, Kid Icarus.
All of them aren't. All of them aren't mass. But no, Tatum. A lot of them are big in the gaming arena, but not necessarily in mass.
And plus, like those characters they use from Smash, they rent those out.
From Earthbound.
No, gamers do. That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's a little bit smaller market.
Because Nintendo got marketing for kids, right? Disneyland is for like family. Like NintendoLand. Is that going to appeal the same for American kids? That's what I'm saying, American kids.
It'd be probably like American adults, so they'll probably target like the 90s kids, 80s and 90s.
Those are grown people.
That still go to theme parks.
I would go to Nintendo.
When the last time you went to a theme park? Honestly.
Bro, I went to Kentucky Kingdom with you and we ran out because it started raining and we was pissed.
Ain't no theme park.
Yeah.
Ain't
no theme park.
6 years ago. That was like 6 years ago.
It's a little theme park.
6 years ago, I was still in my 20s, bro. I go to a theme park if I'm in my early 20s.
I'll go to a theme park in my 30s. What is
it?
That won't be the first. That won't be the first thing on my list. Nah, that's not my first thing on my list. Things I want to do is. It's not the first thing on my list personally, and I doubt it's a lot of the first thing on anybody's list.
Yeah, it's like NintendoLand, Universal Studios, Disney. It's like
if you give me the choice, I'm going to Disney. You got to think, bro. Think of all.
And I'll see game characters. They'll have a Sonic or something walking around in Disney or something. I'll see. What's that?
Yeah, Disney got Marvel and Star Wars now too. So
what's that area they got? It's pretty much all technology. Like that's the first time I played a PlayStation.
Epcot area.
Yeah, Epcot. Before PlayStation came out, they had all that stuff out there.
They got Epcot.
So anything new systems, they got stuff like that where kids can freely play and do. So yeah, I'll do that before just straight up NintendoLand. What for kids like, all I play
now,
is Xbox,
I'll say this though, if NintendoLand, because let's say they bring it over here and they license all the popular anime to be in there, that'll change the game.
That's what I'm saying, but I think Nintendo ain't trying to spend that bread. I think they're all about.
In my personal opinion, their best option coming here is, we just giving you Mario Kart World. You go like that's the best
I can
way.
see that being like a whole land.
If you can make a real Mario Kart race, but we don't die.
Like what Tatum started.
We don't die.
Boards,
they
like,
have it.
Have different
tracks. They have it there in the NintendoLand that's getting ready to open up or just opened up. They have the full track and everything. It's supposedly, I don't know if it's AR based or whatever.
What's that, like Jump Land or whatever? If they did something like that, just have like Mario boards and stuff like that, just themes like that. That'd be hard.
I mean, it could be tight, but I think
that's what I'm saying. Besides Mario and Zelda, what else characters can they really appeal to?
Does Nintendo own those Sega characters now?
Yeah,
does Nintendo own the Sega characters?
No.
I know they're in their games.
No.
Do they?
No, Xbox does.
Okay. Yeah, they just license those out for like collabs.
Okay.
Like I said with Smash, a lot of those characters are licensed.
That's true.
They just rent.
He said they just rent them.
So
rent them characters.
Is Mega Man Nintendo?
Mega Man's Nintendo now because they make games for him.
No, because Mega Man's like on all consoles and has been for a long time.
Yeah, you can get them on PlayStation.
That's just like how Final Fantasy used to be a Nintendo, and then it became PlayStation, then it became everything.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation had licenses to some of the most popular franchises before, and then it became worldwide. Like Nintendo might have messed up a little bit back in the day.
Yeah.
Because it's some multi-million-dollar franchises that they had exclusively. They don't have exclusive no more.
If Nintendo was Suge Knight back in the day, they would have a hell of a lineup, but they just let people get off the way. They should have been making people on paper. They were like, hey, man, he signed with us. Come out Nintendo.
Suge Knight.
No,
they could have a hell of a lot. You got to think of all those characters on Nintendo. They just let them.
Hey, bro, you go back far enough. Yeah, it's some popular stuff now that started on Nintendo. Do y'all remember the Nintendo cartridge lawsuits? I'll read about it later. Where if you didn't use, like, they were like, here, you can put games on our system. And they go, oh, cool. And you pay a certain fee. Then Nintendo apparently double dipped where it was like, if you didn't use their specific gray cartridge, you got sued. Do y'all remember? I don't know if you remember, Griff, the black Turgan, what they called? Was it called Turgan cartridges? They were black.
I think I know what you're
the
talking
black
about.
One, there was a blue one. There was, of course, Zelda was gold, and there was
a red one. So not the ones that have the traditional shape. The ones that weren't. I think it was a black one. Yeah, they sued all of them. There was because what happened is it was like a double dip thing. Like you to use on our console, but you also have to use our cartridges.
Because some had the little grip thing where you can pull it out.
And they were like, nah, you got to use our cartridges or we won't let you make no more games for us. And it was like, they kind of was like raw dogging a little bit. Like the practices weren't always great. That's a little petty, but they was but before Final Fantasy, people don't know they were going to go bankrupt. So they was like, we need every penny. They want all they cheese. They ain't playing. So they were strong arming a little bit, then they got soft. They got comfortable. They were starved in the streets. I forgot what movie that's from.
Yeah, like Charmin.
So, anything else you guys want to add?
Not really.
I hate all my sports teams, but that's not important right now.
Oh, y'all got money on this weekend coming.
Who do I want to win? Is the Chiefs.
No, that's not what I said. Who you got money on?
I'm not betting on this game.
I wouldn't either. It's too hard.
Brady is going to Atlanta this, and then I'm going to be like, damn it, he gets to leave with a ring.
I don't think he'll leave. I thought he would if he got a ring, but I'm starting to lean towards he won't.
Brady on Roy's. I don't care.
Let the Chiefs.
I want Chiefs to win. Oh, before the college championship, which one of y'all had Ohio State? Who had on side? I think Griff. Do you have Ohio State?
I had them to win that 1 week. I ain't had to win the whole thing.
No, I'm talking about the national college championship.
I think he's not on here.
Did you have State?
Who?
No, I think it was Mr. No Name.
Yeah,
I think he had State. Because I thought Bama was going to win just because like I felt like State wasn't quite strong enough. And they had played less games. I just want to know who had State because that was a blowout.
Nah, man, that might have been like 3 weeks ago. I was talking about Ohio winning that one here.
Is Saban the greatest college coach of all time yet or no?
I feel like we had this conversation. How many he got?
We didn't have this one, but he's up there.
5? I think he has 5 or 6.
He's got to be one of the top 3.
And mind you, at LSU and Alabama. So mind you, he's not even like a one school like ring haver.
How many got at LSU?
He had I want to say 1. Then he went to the NFL and had what happened there. And I want to say 4 at Bama. I want to say he's tied now with Barrett Bryant. I think he has 5.
So have you heard about his? I think so. You heard his story about when he went to Miami, did you?
Oh, he almost the players was gonna fight him.
Yeah, Zach Thomas was about to whoop his ass.
He was gonna fight him
because he questioned how much of a man he was. Like, bro, I'm your best linebacker. What the talking about? How much of a man I am? I'm a Hall of Famer.
Well, that's the difference between college and pro.
That's crazy. It does seem like he's probably had more than 5 though.
Now, if you counted bowl rings.
No, but did y'all see his recruiting pitch?
Oh, wow.
His what?
His whoever he was recruiting probably got their offer rescinded because they recorded the Zoom call.
I heard about this. I didn't watch it.
Bruh, he kills it. Like, you can't talk shit to him. He was like, look, when these other coaches tell you, oh, if you could you can come here and play before you can play at Alabama. He said, one, that's just blatantly false. If you're good enough to play as a freshman, I'll play you. That's obviously been seen. He was like, but he basically starts breaking it down how it's a backhanded comment to them, saying that they're not really good enough for Alabama. But then also that they're running their own name through the mud by saying that they're not as good as Alabama themselves. He just basically dogs every school using that one little statement. It was fucking hilarious. It's like, yeah, if they're offering me, you got to go there, especially after he talks his shit. You're like,
funny story. But see, that pitch is how they lost Bo Jackson. Bo was pitched by Bama before Auburn. But he said when he was told you're not guaranteed a spot, he was like, Auburn guaranteed me a spot. I'm going to Auburn. Because he said he wanted to play. He said, if I'm not going to play, I'm not going to go to you.
I mean, coaches do that all the time. That's certain coaches have certain things. But that's like Rick. I mean, shit, we missed out on Russell because he told Russell, nah, bro, you ain't. I know you're a hometown kid, but you ain't starting as no freshman.
Missed out on a lot of people. Missed out on.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but I was just.
Y'all missed out on LeBron James, which was insane to me.
I don't. That's
he wasn't
not really
coming.
Missing out. He was never going anywhere.
No, but you heard LeBron. No, but LeBron said if I had went to college, I was going to play for Rick at Louisville. He literally had.
He said North Carolina.
Yeah,
I thought he said.
He's changed it Rick. He's changed it a couple times though. That's the thing. That's why I'm like,
yeah. But yeah, NCAA was gonna hate on him anyway, so he's like, I'm going to league. Get out of here.
At that point, when he was already 6'8", powerful. At that point, at that point.
Technically, you can say he missed out on Telfair, but that don't count.
Rondo.
Yeah,
Rick played Rondo to the left. Stupid.
Yeah.
It surprised me though how many people I've seen like in national championships and draft picks where I'm like Kentucky, we should have never had John Wall. There's no reason he didn't play. He's from North Carolina. I was like, man, get out of here. There's no point.
Think about that year. They were hype off all those other
Calipari coming. But mind you, he got there. I'm
talking about North Carolina. They had the crazy lineup, supposedly.
Yeah, they did. They were supposed to have this great lineup and all that.
All those.
It's like, am I going to go and just ride the bit? Okay, yeah. But Duke, I mean, my thing is Duke and North Carolina is right there. It's like,
but if I'm not mistaken, Wall was like one
people
of the
from North Carolina.
I'm sure he had all.
But that's probably true. Because the year that Butler went to, I think both those back-to-back championships, one of the starters was from Lexington, and I was like, damn, really?
Sheldon something, I forget his name.
Because I've seen times where I'll look at players where they're from, and I'll be like, damn, why they wasn't here? When your boy from Louisville for football, what was your old coach? I can't remember which one. When he went to Arkansas, that's like the one he had the spot.
Yeah.
He went to Arkansas, and it was like, I remember looking at the roster one day while he was there, and I was like, damn, they got like 5 Louisville players here.
Oh no, his first go round, he had all the best city kids on the team. But they was also all going and smoking weed before games and shit like that. They were doing wild shit.
You can get great athletes from certain backgrounds, but understand what that means. There's an athlete that played for Petrino that when Cragthorpe came in, he ended up getting kicked off the team or leaving the team. But he told a story basically about Petrino, like, hey, just we'll take care of the police and shit. Don't worry about it. Like back in the day, he had juice. The second go around, he ain't had the juice.
Funny,
he wasn't drinking.
He said, funny, allegedly. Y'all, Petrino's one of those guys where it's like he got exposed so hard because once Lamar and all the Florida boys were gone, it was like, all right, now Petrino, this is your team and your staff.
No, hold on.
He gave up. Really.
Lamar was his guy. Nobody else.
No, I said Florida boys and I said Lamar. I'm saying because Lamar. I'm saying
Strong brought those dudes in.
Yeah, Strong brought in a lot, but if you look at it, it was Petrino that started that whole Florida.
Yeah,
that whole Florida trend.
You got
from before Strong. No, you're right. Before Strong.
Yeah. And
Strong kept it. Strong kept it up though.
Strong didn't have any type of offense, or because really, it's funny. His defense was trash, and he's a defensive coach.
Cool,
but
yeah.
Y'all won that Orange Bowl though.
Well, hold on. The defense wasn't trash.
Won that Orange. Y'all won that
It
Orange
didn't
Bowl
have
against
any
Florida.
defensive schemes. I'm not talking about like our defensive players just stuff trash.
Play.
Like,
Yeah.
They weren't reading. I was like, that's your whole thing. Stop trying to run offense. Teach them how to do this defense, dude. Why ain't you?
Hey, got that Orange Bowl though, bro. Y'all was out here in these streets.
Don't matter.
Hey. If y'all would have beat Rutgers that year, if y'all would have beat Rutgers, that'd have been national championship.
But
I remember that game.
See, that was everybody's big beef this year, or his last go round. He wasn't getting none of the city kids. No offense to these city kids, I love them to death. Some of them come out to be all right, but how many city kids go outside the city and do anything, or outside the state? There's only been one in recent memory that I can think of that's went to any big school and done something, and
football,
that was football.
Okay.
That was running back at Alabama. I forget who's he played for. Harris, ain't his last name Harris?
Well, he's from here?
Kentucky.
He's
not from Louisville, but he's from Kentucky. But I'm just saying, how many? There's not too many.
Well, it's our state reputation.
Or city kid. Yeah,
this is a basketball state. It's a basketball state. We're not known for football here.
Yeah.
We didn't have the private schools and male.
But then all these recruits, if you go look at all the recruits that he didn't go get, what are they doing at their big schools they went to? Nothing. And the one that I knew from when he was in high school because I was coaching.
We're not heavily recruited. They don't consider our state that kind of competition.
The one that went to Duke.
Like that.
He recently, I think he just left Duke.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know.
I think potential exists here. I think it's just not cultivated properly.
Right.
Because I've seen highlight tapes, I've seen players and I'll be like, if you would have had the right coaching, this whole thing would be different. I've met players. Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, I've met players that like, there was a guy I went to middle school with him, was Chris. I went to Butler, PRP. I know some default regular Louisville high school. And I remember I saw him run one time. And I watched him run, and I was like, you know, you turn your head when you're watching. He was flat-footed, no cleats in the field. And I was like, oh my God. I did not know we had anyone that could run that fast from the city. Nothing. It was like nothing. I saw a player, Tatum, I'm really looking at y'all's highlight tapes. When I was y'all RA, I saw cats who could play every position. Bench.
A lot of times it's like coaches feel like if they spend scholarship money on out-of-state kid or something like that, that's an investment they made. So even though they know a player is better than the one they invested in, that's still an investment you have to keep putting your time. There's
favoritism the favoritism is in the politics sometimes will go above the talent. It's stupid. I've seen it happen. And I really feel like I've seen it happen. Like I want a Joker to be great. And I saw Joker do it at Kentucky. Tatum know what I'm talking about. Where like you'd be like, there's a better player right here on the bench. Nope, he's not my guy.
That's why a lot of times when somebody gets injured, and they're like, this kid came out of nowhere. He's always been.
No, he didn't.
Like he just didn't have.
There's people I can name, and Tatum know I'm talking about. He know a bunch of them. I can go by name and go, that backup actually ran better. That backup blocked better. That backup hit better. That backup could play every position, and you'll be like, why weren't they playing?
Yeah, the money. It's all politics.
Money, babe. Money, babe.
Making investment. Like I said, school money, like all this scholarships.
To invest in a college player when I was going through was like $1.4 million. That's what a scholarship was.
They don't talk about like jerseys and stuff actually sell. That number they're investing into, they already started printing it out a certain amount. So
every time I mess around with football team,
they start making, PR and everything. Like we got this 4-star, we got this 5-star. Here's the reason why Kentucky basketball
used to do it on the posters and stuff like that. It's like, we got
posters,
number 5 on hometown.
Hey, Griff,
here.
When you get a chance, Griff, let Jerry tell you about when he was playing college ball. When Jerry was playing, and like, he was the biggest star wherever coming from. Like whatever, it was some school in it wasn't Western Kentucky Wesleyan.
Yeah, no one's there.
Yeah, and I remember he said he went and his name was like on the billboard, like as a freshman coming in. So when they think you're that person, they roll out the red carpet for you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like you said, they give more credence to out of town talent. But I've seen in town talent just as good.
Yeah.
Like I literally had a cousin who played against. I forgot what year it was. He played against Mr. Basketball. He outplayed him in a big inner city game. He got the scholarship just because he was getting looked at. And my cousin, like, he ended up going JUCO, but he ended up getting a nice D1 scholarship. I think he plays overseas now. But it was like he was literally better than the guy who was Mr. Basketball. Outplayed him like twice, 2-3 times over his career. And it was like, but he didn't fit whatever politics.
That happens. A lot of the issue too now, too many PTs, too many personal trainers for people.
And AAU has a grip on college sports.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can see it as early as AAU before even high school. You'll see like kids in high school getting a look. You're like, that kid be killing him in practice. But it's like, well, he traveled with him in the AAU, so he wants to keep nursing. It's like, no, better.
Yeah.
But like,
for football, I know they train kids for camps now more so than play on the field.
They've been doing that for a while.
Oh, I know, but it's horrible. That I can look great in the camp. How great do I look when I get on that field?
Exactly, and just because
that
camp system,
that was actually a hack. That was actually a hack. I forgot what his name was. Y'all could probably look him up. He was an Eagles player. Coming out of college, he had a mid-level draft stock. So all he did before the combine, whatever football, I forgot whatever the football one is, he upped his bench, trained to up his jump. What was the other one? And trained to up his 40. He didn't train nothing football related. He only trained the test. Mm-hmm. Didn't make him a better football player. He trained the test. Got drafted at a higher stock because of that. He had a long career. Like he played probably good 7-8 years, enough to get the pension. But it was like you weren't actually as good as this, but they went off those tests, and it was like it was a genius idea. It's like I'll just pimp the test out. Bench, jump, 40. I won't do nothing else.
Yeah, if they want to, that's what they want to best their stuff on.
Which is so stupid because I've seen players that they not do great at those, but are great on the field.
ACT, SAT. It's like this stuff really isn't done.
I've met geniuses. ACT is they might get a mid-level score, go to school, straight A's, don't study. The ACT is useless, but a lot of schools apparently you don't do it no more. I think Development down the street don't need it. Just apply, have the GPA, recommendation.
Just pay them. Pay their high ass price.
Hey, Bellarmine's basketball just went D1. They ain't worried about as much shit now. They D1 now.
Like we make this money
for no reason.
Hey, speaking of that, Rick had me. I don't know if y'all follow Rick on Twitter. No. Fucking hilarious content. Shit's hilarious. Twice in one day, I watched him tweet about either a staff member or a former staff member while bigging himself up in the same tweet, like trying to give them props, but bigging himself up too. One was Scotty. Yeah, no, he was like Bellarmine. He was talking about Bellarmine College and Scotty Davenport, who was really just a Denny Crum holdover, and then stayed on the staff with him for a couple of years. He was like, "Oh, look at how great he's doing with Bellarmine." And their first season is D1 in basketball because they must be doing pretty good. I ain't really kept up with it. But it's going to be hilarious because as soon as Scotty retires, Doug, his son, who I grew up with and played football and basketball and shit with, is going to take over. And this motherfucker videographer for Rick, so Rick's going to take credit for that. Oh, that's my coaching tree right there.
Yeah. Rick is at Iona now, right?
Yeah, they suck though.
Ooh, see, I thought they were gonna do good because Rick's a good coach.
No, they ain't got no players. He said that was the other tweet. He said, "I love my coach. Whoop-de-whoop. He was the best player in our pickup game the other day, but I need him to start passing the ball." And then he put it in big letters: "Pass the ball." I'm like, oh god.
They got mad at Calipari about that some years back. I forgot what player it was. He was like, "Pass the ball, you selfish." And I remember people got mad at Calipari for cussing. I'm like, oh, you must not have played sports. Coach was cut.
So speaking of that, rest in peace, John Chaney just passed away. But somebody brought up the video, and I didn't even know this. It was 94. I don't remember it at all. But the last thing I really remember about Chaney before he had to get fired was when he told the kid to go break the other kid's arm. That's the last thing I remember.
I remember that.
But somebody posted a video of an argument with Calipari and him when Calipari was at UMass.
Ooh, yeah, Calipari used to get into a bit, but yeah, they used to get mad at him.
Well, no, at first when Calipari first got there, one of the statements Calipari makes is it used to piss him off so much because when he played UMass, he would keep his legs crossed and wouldn't get off his chair. John Chaney would, because it was such an easy dub for him. Yeah. So he said it pissed him off. He said, all right, somehow I'm going to get him off this chair. Well, eventually kind of turned into a heated thing. Well, in 94, when they play, there was some preamble to it. But UMass wins. But then Calipari goes and complains about the refs in the post game. So Chaney walks in and is yelling at him. Ooh, they go at it.
During the press conference, right?
Chaney walks up to him and they get into it. And Chaney's like, I'll kill you. He said, if I see you, I'm going to kick your ass.
The 30 for 30.
I'm going to kick your ass.
Calipari 30 for 30.
Chaney even more now.
Yes, Calipari 30 for 30. He was up there talking. I remember, and the guy broke. What'd you say? I was like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, because his own player, Calipari's own player from UMass, tries to stop Chaney, and he ends up transferring out of the program like a year
30
later.
For 30?
I didn't know they had a Calipari 30 for 30. I've never heard about it.
I watched when it premiered, but no, it was 4,
of course
5. Did. It's not. I mean, Kentucky over everything. Listen, it was like 4, 5 years ago. It wasn't. It's not recent. It's like a good Olympiad ago, but it was actually very, very good without also being. It showed his frustrations, like.
Sees his frustration on TV all the time. What are you talking about?
No, not that. No, I see him. He's frustrated now. I hate my team. I love my team. I hate my team. If you go back to when
he's frustrated. What are you talking about? He's always
no, not that. He was talking about like how when he was at UMass and like Memphis, how hard it was to like even with winning records to get like any kind of respect for himself in the programs. Like they would be winning against teams, ranked teams, and it'd be like people look at him like,
I ain't hearing that shit though, because when he got DeJuan Wagner to go to Memphis instead of Louisville, he had all the respect in the world at that point.
At that point, remember he was at UMass and doing stuff way before that. He ain't been coached for no 2-3 years, my guy. The mess of part is, I'm gonna be honest. If anyone can prove, which no one actually has yet, but whatever. If you can prove that he did cheating for recruiting back in the day, this is the only caveat. This I know whether it's true or not, I don't care. This is the caveat.
Of course you don't.
It wasn't like he look.
What does it matter?
I'm saying y'all can't prove it, so it don't matter. Can't nobody prove it. But this is the problem I have. With UMass, me cheating at UMass is different from me cheating at, let's say, North Carolina, Duke, Kansas.
Out of here, cheating.
You're saying hold on. You're saying a nobody team with no wins, no rings is the same as cheating in North Carolina and Duke. That's what you're saying.
Well, guys,
you're saying that's the same.
If you start making the Final Four because of your cheating,
I cheating got one. Yeah, but you get one extra good player versus someone in North Carolina who had a whole list of fake classes. These are not the same thing.
Players, Marcus Camby, it kind of matters.
He was really good.
All right, guys, please.
North Carolina had championships and had fake classes. Get out of here. Ooh, y'all be biased. I'm not gonna do it. No, not doing it today.
Like and subscribe. Come and join us anytime, guys. Here every week.
Hey, Griff, we gotta do some more chop ups. Speaking of third, we have to get together and do like a 1 minute whatever. Okay, so are we done?
We got 3 minutes left.